I'm Susan Spicer, and I am chef owner of Bayona, Mondo, and Rosedale, 3 restaurants in New Orleans. I was born in Key West, Florida at the Navy Hospital many years ago. I'm one of 7 kids. We were all born in a different Navy town up and down the eastern seaboard. We moved from Key West to Newport, Rhode Island, and then overseas to the Netherlands for 3 years. My father was with the diplomatic corps of the Navy, and they used to have a lot of dinner parties and entertain a lot at home. And then my mom learned how to cook a lot of those dishes. And she's Danish, but she grew up in Colombia and Venezuela. She always cooked different things for us when we were growing up. It might be rice and curry one night and Danish roast pork and red cabbage another night, and then waffles or something weird like that. So you never knew what she was going to come up with. She was a great cook, and we were all good eaters. And I think that's where I got my curiosity and what I call my adventurous palate was from my mom. When I came to New Orleans, I remember we got off the plane. We moved here in August of 1960, and you could see the heat waves on the tarmac as we got out of the plane, and we're like, wow, what is this? It was kind of a weird transition, but even as a 6-7-year-old, man, the New Orleans music really spoke to me and has ever since. I think that's what made me really fall in love with being here. I graduated high school in 1969, went to 1 year at UNO, and just kind of had the travel bug, a little bit restless, a little bit aimless. And so I thought about culinary school, and I sent away for a brochure for the Culinary Institute, and my dad said, no way. He really wanted me to go on and be a geologist or, something like that. But of course I became a college dropout instead, child of the 60s. Yeah, he was always worried about me for a long time while I was a struggling young cook. When I finally got to a chef position and I was being paid a good salary and everything, he kind of relaxed, and then he became really proud of me. And, when we would go to Shoney's, he would always brag about me to the waitress. I had this sort of vague idea in my mind that I wanted to do something creative. Tried my hand at a few different things, and then finally, 10 years after high school, started cooking socially with a girlfriend of mine. I was very lucky because she decided to get into it professionally. She taught me the fundamentals, and then she also reintroduced me to my first chef mentor, who was Daniel Bonneau at the Louis XVI. He kind of ignored me for a few weeks, and then I kept asking questions and reading his cookbooks and things like that. And so gradually he started showing me things and teaching me things, and we developed a rapport. He became a mentor to me, and for me, I've thought a lot about what that meant. And what that meant is that he consistently pushed me out of my comfort zone. He would put me in situations where I had to stretch and learn and grow. And he did that also by offering me my first chef position. That was, I thought he was crazy. But he said, you're ready for it, shut up, you're doing it, So. The first menu at Bayona was a distillation of some of the different dishes I had created at the other restaurants where I was chef, and a few new ones. I was definitely influenced by my French chefs, but still interested in, trying to represent some of what I loved about New Orleans cuisine. People come to New Orleans, I always say they kind of check their food phobias at the airport. So I just kind of followed my instincts about food, and I just have tried not to limit myself. Just as I traveled and ate, I'm just in love with food from all over the place. There's nothing I don't like. The cooking and the food, I mean, that's the fun part. I still love getting in there and just making the best food you can make. I love watching clean plates come back in the kitchen. It's still fun and exciting, and always is going to be challenging. But that's what I do. It's the only thing I know how to do. I love it.
Vietnamese people came from fishing background, and so it was a place where they could do something profession-wise. It was something they could do that they were familiar with from Vietnam and apply this.